one of the docs in Waco said like, man, we've been putting all this work for 6 months and we still haven't seen the results. It's like, yep.
Welcome
Like,
to entrepreneurship.
Yeah, welcome.
They've gotten DUIs while practicing. They are sleeping with their patients. Some of the cases we were hearing, we were like, are you joking? And we're here because we called ourselves doctors of chiropractic.
And that's the problem that we have in our profession. Like chiropractors are just fighting chiropractors while the medical system is fighting us.
People only see the success and the good that we're doing, and they don't see all of the hardships and all of the failures and mistakes that we made beforehand. So we want to talk about some of the hardships that we experienced and endured before even opening our doors, and then from then on. So let's kind of flash back.
And this came because one of the docs in Waco said like, man, we've been putting all this work for 6 months and we still haven't seen the results. It's like, yep.
Welcome
Like,
to entrepreneurship.
Yeah, welcome.
Yes. So we're going to flash back. We graduated in June of 2021. We moved to Abilene officially that same month. And we had kind of gone prior to that, I think around April, we're like looking for new locations. We knew we wanted to come to Abilene to open. We're driving around town. We're looking at all these different office buildings. Nothing really fit, number one, our budget. And then number two, like what we were trying to accomplish. All of a sudden, we're driving down the highway and I see a billboard for an office location. This is back in April. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's perfect. Let's just call. We've checked out like 25 other places. We were leaving that day. We were like flying out or the next day or something. And we went and checked out the location. We were like, oh my gosh, this is it. The landlord was awesome. The price was right. The location was awesome. And we're like, okay, we're going to pull the trigger. They said, yeah, it'll be ready by July. Brand new construction, build out, whatever. It's the exact layout that we wanted, more or less. And they said, yep, ready by July. July turned into, I think October. October turned into something later because we had another incident that happened. But all this to say, the lesson behind this is if you have a new building build out, especially during those times like COVID times, everything was delayed. Construction was delayed. Materials were delayed. So if you think that your building, if you're doing any type of build out, is going to be ready by a certain time, always add some cushion time. I would say add like 3 months at least, just to give you some time. But it ended up being a blessing in disguise because we were able to meet a lot more people in the community. But I want to talk about another delay, another hardship that we had. You want to share this?
Sure. We were actually working a lot around town, just getting our name out there because we were not just going to sit on the couch. So we're going door to door, knocking like, hey, it's Dr. Alejandro, Dr. Emily. Like, this is who we are. We're going to open a chiropractic clinic. Like, where would you open a clinic? Like, what side of town is growing? And what advice would you have for us? We're just having conversations with people. We're not trying to sell them anything. We didn't even have business cards, so we couldn't give them a business card. We just had a white paper with a picture of us and saying who we are, where do we go to school, and our plans here in town. And that's what we did literally for every single day from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then we wrote a handwritten letter like, hey, thank you, Miss Jones, for opening your doors. It was great meeting you. Love the flag that you have on your porch. Something unique about that person. That way we could relate with them. And then with that information, eventually, 3 weeks before we open, we send them another mail like, hey, exciting news. Thank you for helping us. We're actually having our grand opening. So that's information. It's basically like a 3-step process. But during that, we were not licensed yet. The process was pretty tedious to get licensed. It was a lot of paperwork and just super complicated. And around that time, we got an opportunity of working for a chiropractor here in town. And he sold us these dreams, like, you could be the manager, you could be whatever. I don't even remember. And it looked good in picture, but we politely declined.
Hold on. You were all about it.
Yeah, I was all about it.
Let's do it. We're going to make money.
Because I'm thinking as the leader of the family, being the male, security.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, we have security there, financials, like, that's great.
Immediately, I was like,
yeah,
no.
And you were like, no, there's not a plan. I'm like, okay, I'll hear you there. I was kind of frustrated, but I'm like, okay, I hear you. And overall, it was a great decision. No, we didn't have the same values. They were like literally like more PT, and we were more, chiropractic. Yeah, we're subluxation based. They didn't even know what was a subluxation. They didn't know a lot of things that we were talking, like upper cervical and everything. And it was kind of weird. And the weirdness of that is that the guy is on the board, on the Texas board. And he reported us to the board because in Texas, you cannot call yourself a chiropractor,
A doctor.
doctor of chiropractic, until you are fully licensed on the state.
Even
My
though
diploma
we
says
have our,
Dr. Alejandro. Fine. I didn't get mad or anything. It's just part of the process. We kept doing the same thing. We got licensed. We had to go to the view. They didn't have one until November. So thankfully, our building was delayed one more month until December. And for this view, we prepared ourselves. We had a business partner. So we had his fund. We had the money. So we went with a lawyer over there. When the guy saw us with a lawyer, he opened his eyes. And I was like, yep.
We didn't come to play.
Yeah,
Some
I
of
was
the
like, I gave
people-
him a look like, dude, I'm here, honestly. And I went on a suit, like we were
We
nice
were
dress,
ready.
you know. And these people are dressing like
T-shirt,
not good,
shorts.
yeah. And
Some of the people who were at the board review too, who were like, it was almost like mini trial. They're like, they've gotten DUIs while practicing. They are sleeping with their patients. Some of the cases we were hearing, we were like, are you joking? And we're here because we called ourselves doctors of chiropractic, when that's exactly what it
yeah,
reads
but
on my diploma.
that's the law. We went with the law.
We didn't follow
We
the
did
state
that.
rules. It's true.
We got licensed, but it was just a delay. So that's why I want to tell you guys the moral of the story is not that you're gonna get reported, but things are gonna happen that you don't have under control. Some things you have under control, some things you don't. Just don't get stuck there. Just keep going. We could make the decision of just staying home and not doing anything. We still went out there to the community and meet the community. Thankfully, we have a great grand opening. To this point, I remember I got on a plane recently to go to Chairman to talk over there. And I sat down. And the person that sat down near me, it was that chiropractor that reported us. Dude didn't even say hi or anything. And I was just like trying to make eye contact with him. I'm like, you're an idiot, dude. Like, just say hi, dude. Like, you know, there's nothing wrong. Like, I don't have anything personal against you. Just say hi. And that's the problem that we have in our profession. Like, chiropractors are just fighting chiropractors while the medical system is
Taking
fighting
over.
us. Yeah. So
I think too, just background to that, and in hindsight, we, I think, had so many thoughts come to our minds of like, are we in the right town? Are we doing the right thing? Is this God telling us that we're not supposed to be here and that we need to like shift gears? And then I think we just took it as like, no, we're going to take that as fuel and we're going to show this guy that we are going to blow this thing out of the water. And what could have been a delay or a major challenge or obstacle ended up being such a blessing to us because it bought us time to go out and meet more people and meet the community and get our names and our reputation out there, because we had nothing but time. Now that we were delayed from freaking July to December, we have all these months to actually network and meet the community. Remember, we're brand new to town, so we don't know a single soul, let alone they don't know about our business because we're not even open yet. So let's show these people who we are, that we care, that we're integrated into this community, that we want to help the community. And this guy doesn't even know it, but he helped us do that. He helped us, if anything, grow our business more by buying us more time. And I think a lot of students or people opening a chiropractic office could benefit from that, because we're always in such a rush. Like, as soon as we get doors open, we can start making money, whatever. Yes, to some extent, but at the same time, you have to put in the work ahead of time. You have to put in all the background work. And we thankfully had the privilege to be able to do that, even though at the time we thought that that was a major setback. It wasn't. And nobody, by the way, should really open a business in December. That was not our ideal choice. It's just not a good time to open a business. And we still had one of the best months opening up. And I was very, very thankful for that. But I think it shows because of all the work that we put in beforehand. So, challenge to you is don't see setbacks as setbacks. Don't see them as negative things. Always see how you can spin it to create a positive, because usually there's a lesson involved in it that you can always learn from and grow from. And this is another point why it was so important to partner with somebody who knew what they were doing. This is not the first time he's heard of somebody getting reported to the board or had a doctor close to him who's been reported to a state agency. He had the experience and he had the capital and the funds and resources to be able to fight this. And we wouldn't have known what we were doing without that. So shout out to our partner for that. And I highly recommend, if you can partner with somebody, that is the way to go. Partnerships are no doubt the thing that can bring you out of that and turn it into a positive event. So if you want to reach out, we'd love to connect with you more on this. Path to Victory Chiro.com is our website. We'd love to connect with you.